What if I told you that one of the most intense wars in modern history had no soldiers, no guns, and no borders? Its battlefield was your mind, its weapons were jingles, celebrities, and subconscious triggers. For over a century, two companies have spent billions not just to sell you a sugary drink, but to win your allegiance. This is the story of the Cola Wars. And the secret isn't in the secret formula, it's in the secret psychology. In the beginning, there was Coca-Cola. Created in 1886, it wasn't just a drink, it was a sensation. It built its identity on nostalgia, Americana, and a sense of timeless tradition. By the 1950s, it was an unstoppable force, embedded in the fabric of the nation. But every empire needs a rival. Enter Pepsi. For decades, it was the scrappy underdog, stumbling through bankruptcies while Coke seemed untouchable. The problem for Pepsi was existential. How do you compete with a cultural icon? How do you convince people to switch from a brand that felt like a trusted friend? They couldn't outmuscle Coke, so they had to outsmart them. They had to attack not the product, but the perception. The turning point came in the 1970s, and it was one of the most audacious marketing campaigns ever conceived: the Pepsi Challenge. In malls and public squares across America, Pepsi set up blind taste tests. People would sip two unmarked colas and choose which one they preferred. The result was a shockwave. Time and again, a majority of people chose the taste of Pepsi. This was more than an advertisement. It was a psychological atom bomb. For the first time, it introduced doubt into the mind of the Coca-Cola consumer. It weaponized a simple, undeniable fact. In a blind test, people preferred a sweeter, smoother sip. Coke's entire identity was built on being the real thing, the original. But the Pepsi Challenge screamed a different message. Your loyalty is based on a lie. The public's unquestioning faith in Coke was shattered, and the pressure on Coca-Cola became unbearable. Cornered, Coca-Cola made a catastrophic miscalculation. In 1985, they announced they were changing their 99-year-old formula. The new drink, New Coke, was sweeter, designed specifically to beat Pepsi in those same taste tests. It was a logical decision based on data, but a disastrous one based on emotion. The public backlash was immediate and ferocious. People weren't just disappointed, they felt betrayed. A company hotline was flooded with over 1,500 angry calls a day. One man compared it to spitting on the American flag. Coke had failed to understand its own brand's power. They weren't selling a beverage. They were selling a feeling, a memory, a piece of personal history. In trying to win the taste war, they lost the psychological war. Meanwhile, Pepsi doubled down on its strategy, the choice of a new generation. They signed the biggest stars on the planet, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Britney Spears, making Pepsi the face of youth, energy, and rebellion. While Coke was tradition, Pepsi was the future. While Coke was your dad's drink, Pepsi was yours. This clear brand dichotomy became their guiding strategy for decades. In a stunning reversal, Coca-Cola admitted its mistake. Just 79 days after launching New Coke, they brought back the original formula as Coca-Cola Classic. The celebration was monumental. It was hailed as a triumph of the people. News programs interrupted regular broadcasting to announce the return. In a single move, Coke transformed a humiliating failure into the greatest marketing comeback of all time. The return of Classic Coke did something profound. It reignited a love affair with the brand. Sales didn't just recover, they skyrocketed. The entire debacle served as a multi-billion-dollar advertisement that reminded everyone why they loved Coke in the first place. It was a painful but priceless lesson. The New Coke failure ultimately cemented Coca-Cola's emotional advantage, proving that a brand's connection to its customers is more powerful than any laboratory taste test. Pepsi, while winning battles in taste tests and with celebrity endorsements, began to shift its focus. They built a formidable empire beyond cola, acquiring brands like Frito-Lay and Tropicana. So, while Coca-Cola may win the cola battle, PepsiCo, as a diversified corporation, often wins the financial war. So, who won the cola wars? The answer is, they both did, by understanding two different sides of human psychology. Coca-Cola mastered the art of emotional connection and nostalgia. Pepsi mastered the art of cultural relevance and youthful aspiration. The real winner, however, was the field of marketing itself. This century-long feud taught the business world that you're not just selling a product, you're selling an identity. The next time you reach for a can of soda, ask yourself, am I choosing this for the taste or for the story it tells me about myself? Are you choosing timeless happiness or a new generation of cool? That choice and the billions of dollars behind it is the true legacy of the cola wars. These hidden psychological battles are happening all around us, in every product we buy. If you found this dive into the mind of marketing fascinating, we unravel these secrets every week. To see more, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. What other epic business rivalries should we break down next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.